The name of the story is Strange Coincidences. In the town of Beatrice in Nebraska, USA, almost half a century ago, there stood a beautiful little church where a choir group regularly held its practice sessions. All the musicians were in the habit of being very punctual. Pay attention on pronunciation. This is Beatrice. This is Nebraska. CHOIR choir. यूएसए के बिएट्रिस टाउन में आधी सेंचुरी पहले एक बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल लिटिल चर्च था जहाँ पर कि कॉयर होता है जैसे गायन मंडली कॉयर ग्रुप जो चर्चेज में गाती है गायन मंडली regularly held its practices sessions. All the musicians were in the habit of being very punctual. But on March 1, 1950, something bizarre happened. Bizarre means strange, weird means. The clergyman means like a priest. Walter Clample, as usual, went to the church in the afternoon to get things ready for the evening practice. He lit the fireplace, for it usually became very chilly and cold by the time the musicians arrived by 7:15 p.m. He then went home for dinner. जो क्लर्गी मैन थे वॉल्टर क्लैम्पल वो एज़ यूजुअल जैसे हमें एज़ यूजुअल मीन्स जैसे कि हमेशा आते थे चर्च में आफ्टरनून में रेडी करने के लिए इवनिंग प्रैक्टिस को उन्होंने फायरप्लेस लिट करा मीन्स आग जलाई फॉर इट यूजुअली मतलब मीन्स क्योंकि बहुत चिली और कोल्ड होता था तो म्यूजिशियंस अराइव करते थे 7 PM में तब तक बहुत सर्दी हो जाती थी और उसके बाद वो डिनर पर चले गए कौन वॉल्टर क्लैम्पल जो कि एक क्लर्जी मैन थे At 7:10 p.m., he was about to go back to the church with his wife and daughter, but could not do so, for his wife's dress looked crumpled. मतलब crumpled means crumpled means कि not smooth, wrinkled means, and she was unwilling to go without ironing it again. उसने उसको आयरन नहीं किया प्रेस नहीं किया और वो ये कहने लगी कि मैं नहीं जाना चाहती क्योंकि मेरी ड्रेस क्रम्पल्ड है सो दे वर लेट फॉर द क्वायर एंड वर स्टिल एट होम व्हेन समथिंग अनयूजुअल टुक प्लेस कुछ अजीब हुआ हार्वे ऑल अ मैकेनिस्ट बाय प्रोफेशन वॉज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ हिज 2 sons as his wife was away. But that day, most unusually, he entered into an interesting conversation with his friend. When he realized and looked at his watch, it was already late, well past 7:15 p.m. Marilyn Paul, the pianist, had in fact decided to reach half an hour early that day for the practice. जो कॉयर मीटिंग होनी थी 7:15 PM पे तो मैरलिन पॉल जो थी वो पियानिस्ट थी तो उसने कहा कि जल्दी जाना चाहती थी हाफ एन आवर बट आफ्टर हर इवनिंग मील However, she went for a nap and fell asleep. A quarter past 7, when her mother woke her up, it was already too late to freshen up and reach on time. The choir director, Mr. F.E. Paul, mother of pianist, was late because her daughter could not get ready on time, despite her efforts to wake her up. So both mother and daughter were still indoors when there occurred something most abnormal. It was a very cold evening. Joyce Black, the stenographer, just felt lethargic. She lazed about in the warmth of her little home till the very last minute. But when she did get ready to leave for the choir, something unexpected had already taken place. LaDonna Van Grift, a high school girl, was engrossed in a geometry problem. She knew that the choir practice usually began sharp at 7:15 p.m. She always made it to point to reach earlier. But that day she just stayed back to solve her geometry problem.